Hey Zalivers, this is SUPERZOMGBBQ, and well, all I have to say is yes! 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 Oh my dear Jesus. This is an announcement out of nowhere. There has been some amazing news about Daniel Bryan just come out from the WWE about his WrestleMania status, and it is really, really good news. Just saying, this is not a spoiler for tonight's SmackDown. They're actually playing it into the storylines, but going by what they are stating, this seems to be a permanent thing and not storyline related. And maybe a way of WWE trying to keep hold of Daniel Bryan going into when his contract, apparently, according to Wrestle Votes and Wrestle Talk, is coming up in September of this year. Before we get into this, very quickly, if you like what you see in this upload, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel as we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and take notifications. We're going to get right into the news, and that is that Daniel Bryan has been medically cleared by WWE finally. This is after months and months, and if you've been following this situation closely, you would know that Daniel Bryan has had multiple issues with WWE doctors about being medically cleared to return to the ring. Every doctor that he has been to, apart from when he was initially taken off the road when he officially retired back in 2016, has given him the go-ahead to return to wrestling, leading to lots of speculation and some tongue-in-cheek comments from himself that he may return to wrestling outside of WWE when his contract concludes in 2018, which apparently is in September time with a 3-month period, which is the no-compete clause, which would end in December 2018. But it does seem that whilst we were always going to see Daniel Bryan pretty much guaranteed wrestle in 2018, it looks like it's going to be in the WWE. They reported this evening that following more than 2 years of extensive evaluations, 4-time world champion Daniel Bryan has been medically cleared to return to in-ring competition by leading neurologists, neurosurgeons and concussion experts, including Dr. Robert Cantu, Dr. Javier Cardenas, hopefully I pronounced that right, and Dr. Jeffrey Kutcher. Bryan has underwent a full review of his medical history and received comprehensive neurological and physical evaluations independent of WWE, and this is the important part. This was done way before he got the get-go from WWE, so these have been done over the last couple of years. It was WWE who was always the thorn that was holding Daniel Bryan back from going back to wrestling. Being under contract, he had to kind of take the GM position or sit at home and let his contract run out. Importantly, they state he was cleared by each doctor as well as WWE's medical doctor now, Dr. Joseph Maroon. After enjoying numerous championship runs, battling in legendary rivalries as both a singles and tag team competitor, sparking the epic Yes Movement. Just not let WWE make you forget that the Yes Movement was born because of their inability to listen. Bryan was forced to make an emotional decision to retire in February 2016. I actually was attending his final match in the United Kingdom, and I am so happy, emotionally, and because I'm a wrestling fan, for Daniel Bryan, having seen, not only met the guy back in 2008, 2007, you know, having to watch him struggle with his personal demons. All he's wanted to do is wrestle. Now he's going to be getting that wish. Later that year, he became SmackDown Live's general manager. We don't need to really be talking about this because you guys know all this already if you're watching WWE. What will the future hold for WWE's Yes Man? Well, what this basically states is that we are probably going to see something this evening that confirms that Daniel Bryan will be able to make a return to the ring at WrestleMania this year, which, you gotta just look at the whole card right now. You've got AJ Nakamura, you've got the tag team match between Triple H and Stephanie versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey, which is like a dream team pairing. First time that I think Steph and Triple H have ever tagged together. Then you've got Brock versus Roman, which is already becoming like really, really intense. As well as the Intercontinental Championship triple threat, the Braun Strowman going alone against the Bar, got the Asuka versus Charlotte, and now you're going to have potentially Daniel Bryan's in-ring return where he won one of the best WrestleMania matches and one of the best ever WrestleMania moments. That is definitive the WrestleMania moment. Not only because of the fact that he won against the odds, against the authority, but also because of his story. He's done about Connor's cure, which is something which is actively represented in WWE, but also Connor, who was a very, very sick child, You just check out that story. It is incredibly heartwarming. But that's another reason why it was such a special moment. And he's going back to that stadium 4 years after that moment. And it looks like he's going to be making a WrestleMania return. How will this play out? Well, I'm assuming, given the actions of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, this will lead to either Daniel Bryan announcing that Shane McMahon will have a match against Owens and Zayn, or make a triple threat match, leading to Bryan then inserting himself into that match, or Bryan having some kind of involvement in the match. Maybe there's a referee, but then becoming physically involved in the match to announce his return to the ring. Anyway, it's going to be an amazing SmackDown Live tonight. You should watch it. I mean, Raw was good enough with the Ultimate Deletion. This might top it. Daniel Bryan is cleared by WWE and his own doctors to return to the ring. Pretty incredible news. Know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If you're happy for Daniel Bryan, smack that thumbs up with a massive yes chant, because I, as I said, as a fan of wrestling, as someone who does YouTube videos about wrestling, I'm massively pleased that this is happening. This is a long time coming, and I'm glad that it's happening in WWE and not outside WWE. Although it would have been amazing to see him wrestle in New Japan with the likes of the Bullet Club. But to see him in WWE again, finishing off what he started, and hopefully recapturing the World Championship again at some point in the future. Just, there's so many matches. You've got Brock, Bryan, you've got, oh wow, it's just, you've got Finn Balor and Bryan. You've just, I'm thinking of hundreds of matches right now that could happen. You could finally see Dean Ambrose versus Bryan, Seth Rollins versus Bryan, in actual matches, not squashes or authority-led. We've already seen what Bryan and Roman could do. What about the other members of the Shield? And as a fan, I'm delighted. Absolutely delighted. And I'm glad that the match that I saw in England was not his last. Even though post the event it was a very special moment, I'm glad that it wasn't. So I hope to see him back in the ring soon. And that's really all I've got at the moment. I'm emotional. This is crazy. This is really awesome. And I cannot wait to see SmackDown tonight. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this kind of thing. Going forward with other WWE content. And turn notifications on whilst you're there to become part of the notification squad. Until next time though, I've been SUPERZOMGBBQ. You have been awesome. Oh, one last thing, and that is to... salute!
No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness!